Yesterday we were talking about how to find the maximum value, minimum value, and axis of symmetry and coordinates of vertex of a quadratic function. Okay, and then today we are going to do a little bit more exercise on this type of functions. Okay, and finding maximum value, minimum value, and so on. Okay, so please remember to submit your classwork onto the MathApp web system with your username being student number and password being LKL and student number. And we are still doing the classwork on yesterday, okay? Yesterday's classwork. So that should be this one. Okay, so we are going to start from let me see. Question number 17. 好似未講過，琴日睇先啊，17題。睇先，好似仲有幾題喎。maybe I just start the level 2 questions from the level 2 questions. That is the set 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, and 32. Okay. Yes. 27. I start from 27. Sorry. Yes. Okay, so let's start from 27. So in each of the following quadratic functions, find the maximum or minimum value and the coordinates of the vertex of its graph. Okay, so we are going to find maximum, minimum value and the vertex. So we will change the function from this so-called ABC form to be the AHK form. Okay, so you just need to get used to this method of completing square. So the A is equal to -5, so we just take out the -5 and then write down the remaining factor. Okay, for the first two terms, so there is no constant term for this function, and that is good. Okay, and then for the next step, we are going to write this to be x squared minus 2xy. And this y will be 4, right? Okay, and there's no constant term. And the third step, we're going to supply with the extra term, minus 2xy and then plus y squared. But we need to subtract the term immediately, okay, to avoid changing the function. I just want to change the format. I don't need to change I'm not able to change the function, okay, the value of the function. And then the first three term will form a perfect square. So x squared minus 2xy plus y squared becomes x minus y bracket squared. And then minus 4 squared, that is 16. And then we will multiply the -5 back to the square bracket. -5 times x minus 4 squared and then plus 80. Okay, because there's no constant term originally. So this is already the final form, the completed square form. Okay, and then the k value will be 80. And the h value will be, when you put x minus 4 equal to 0, x is equal to 4. So h will be equal to 4. Okay, and when you have the h value and the k value, you can answer the question, okay, very easily. The question asks you to find the maximum or minimum value. Okay, in this case, because A A is -5, which is a negative number. Negative number means the graph opens downwards, and then there is only a maximum point. So we have the maximum value is equal to the k value, that is 80, and the vertex, the coordinates of the vertex will be the h and k. So that is 4 and 80. Okay, like this. So this is question number 27. Just copy here. Is that okay? And then number 28. Right here. 28. So y is equal to -2x squared minus 10x plus 3. And again, we need to change and take out the a, x squared plus 5x, okay, and then plus 3. The plus 3, the constant term is remain unchanged, okay, and then -2, and then this time I need to write the thing inside the bracket to be x squared plus 2x something, okay, but this time there is no, this is not an even number, but we still need to write it as 2xy. So what should I write for the y? Should be 5/2. Can you get this? Okay, because I need to keep the 5x, the value to be 5x. Okay, then, but I need the format to be 2xy. So this y should be, when you multiply the 2xy together, you need to resume the 5x value. Okay, so this y should be 5/2 this time. Okay, and then plus 3. And then we need to add an extra term. So 2xy and then plus y squared. And then subtract the y squared immediately. Okay, and then plus 3, like this. And the first 3 term will form a perfect square inside the bracket. It becomes x plus y bracket square, and minus 25/4 plus 3. And then you need to multiply the -2 back to the square bracket. Okay, and then this is plus 25/2. Just do it very carefully. And then you just add the 2 constant terms together. And it should be equal to plus 31/2. It's okay? And now it is the completed square form. So we may write down k value. It's just 31/2. And then the h value will be when you put x plus 5/2 to be 0. Then x will be -5/2. Okay, so at this time the a is -2, which is less than 0. So the graph opens downwards, and then we have a maximum point. Okay, so the maximum value should be equal to the k value, that is 31/2. And then the coordinates of the vertex will be the h and k value, that is -5/2 and 31/2. All right, so that is how we can answer the question like this. So let me copy here. All right. Number 29. So y is equal to 7x squared minus 21x plus 6. Okay. We do the same thing. Take out the a and leave the constant term behind. Okay, and then write the thing inside the bracket to be x squared minus 2xy. This time again, there is no factor 2 can be taken out. from the 3. So we need to do this over 2. Okay? 3 over 2 to be the y. And then this is 7, so x squared minus 2x y plus y squared. And then minus the same number immediately. Okay? And then the first 3 terms will form a perfect square. This time it should be minus, okay? And minus 9 over 4 plus 6. And you multiply the 7 back to the square bracket. Like this, 63 over 4. And then plus 6. Finally, you just calculate the constant terms. It should be minus 39 over 4. Am I correct? Okay, so this is the completed square form. And then we can write down the k value and the h value easily. Okay? And then at this time, the a is equal to 7. A is equal to 7, which is positive number. So the graph opens upwards and we have a minimum point only. So this time we should have minimum value is equal to negative 39 over 4. And then the vertex will be 3 over 2 and negative 39 over 4. Okay, so that is the answer for question number 28. 29, sorry. You see this? Okay, so please remember to submit to the MathApp web system if you have done.好，呢個冇問題。呢幾題嗱，純粹轉換嘅，將原式係 ABC form， 即係 AX square plus BX plus C 呢個 form， 轉做一個 AHK form， 即係 A times X minus H square plus K 呢個 form。跟住咧就會睇到 maximum value、minimum value 或者咧個 coordinates of the vertex 咁樣樣。OK。好，跟住咧再多啲咯喎，咁我哋而家繼續講埋落去咧，就應該係30、31、32啦。先 ，So let us do question number 30. So 132 is a point on the graph of the quadratic function y equals kx squared plus 42x minus 7. Find the value of k and state the direction of opening of the graph. This one is actually straightforward. 咁你記住咧，嗱，我哋咧成日學啲 graph 啊，即係啲 x y 坐標啊嗰樣嘢咧，或者 equation of straight line 啊嗰樣嘢咧，有一啲共通點嘅。即係啲共通，即係無論佢係直線又好、曲線又好、圓形又好、咩線都好啦，有啲共通點嘅。之前我哋學咗幾個共通點，即係咧逢親揾 x intercept， 我哋會 put y equals 0 and then calculate the value of x， and then 逢親揾 y intercept， 我哋會 put x equals 0 and then calculate the value of y， 係嘛？呢啲都全部都係共通嘅，無論佢係直線又好、曲線都好。好啦，仲有一樣共通嘅就係呢樣嘢啦。If there is a point lying on the graph of a function, and then you have the equation of the function like this, if the question tells you that it is a point on the line, on the function, or on the graph, then you may put the coordinates of the points into the equation of the function. Okay? Put the coordinates of the points into the equation of the function. Put the x coordinates into the x position. Put the y coordinates into the y position. Okay? So in question number 30, part A, so that would be just put 132 into the function or the equation. Okay, so that will be like this. The 1 will be put into the x position, and then 32 will be put into the y position. So that will be equal to k times 1 square plus 42 times 1 minus 7. Okay, and then you get an equation that will involve the only unknown k. So 32 is equal to k plus 35. So k will be equal to -3. Is it correct? Yes. Okay, like this. So if k is equal to -3, then the function will have no more unknown now. Okay, y will be equal to -3x squared plus 42x minus 7. Okay, and because -3 is less than 0, therefore the graph opens downwards. Okay, a is negative, then the graph opens downwards. It's like this. Okay. Maybe I use this. Okay. Like this. I mean, okay. And then in part B, find the maximum or minimum value of y and the equation of the axis of symmetry of the graph. So part B. When we are going to find something about maximum, minimum value, and axis of symmetry, then we need to change from the ABC form to the AHK form. So let us do the method of completing square. Okay, and then take out the A. 14x minus 7 is just left behind, and then write the thing inside the bracket to be x squared minus 2xy. This y is 7. Okay, and then minus 7, and add an extra term, x squared minus 2xy should be plus y squared, but subtract the same term immediately. And then the first 3 term will become a perfect square, x minus y bracket square, minus 49, and then minus 7, and then multiply the -3 back to the square bracket, and plus 147 minus 7. Okay, so final form will be plus 140. Okay, so the method of completing square will be like this. Okay, and the question asks you to find the maximum or minimum value because it is the graph opens downwards. Okay, so there is only a maximum point, and the maximum value of y will be like this. Let us state the k will be 140, and then h will be 7. Okay. can't delete the. Yes. Okay. And then the maximum value of y will be the k value 140. Okay, and the axis of symmetry will be the equation of straight line. Okay, and this is a vertical straight line, and the equation of a vertical straight line is always x equals number. Okay, what number? It should be x equals h, and our h number is equal to 7, so it is just x equals 7. Okay, so that is the answer for part B. 得唔得？嗱，呢一個咧即係 equation of axis of symmetry 咧，都經常會問嘅噃。我哋唔好漏咗呢一個啊，因為咧有陣時我之前都講過好多次啦。通常你哋錯嘅咧都係錯漏咗寫 x 等於呢個數呢樣嘢嘅啫。你哋通常都揾啱個數字嘅，但係你唔寫 x 等於嘅話咧，咁都係會扣個分嘅咁樣樣。OK， 咁你要小心啲。Okay, and then next question should be question number 31. And again, there are some unknowns. There are some unknowns. Question number 31. So the axis of symmetry of the graph of the function is x equals -2 and y-intercept is -1. Find the values of m and n. 好啦，嗱睇住喎，呢個咧，佢俾一個 y 等於-x square plus mx plus n 呢一個 quadratic function 嘅 equation 嚟啦。但係當中有兩個未知數嘅，係咪？有 m 有 n 嘅。咁即係話咧，我哋需要用兩條式，即係用兩個資料去到列兩條式出嚟。去到揾呢兩個未知數啦。咁有啲乜嘢資料俾咗你嘅咧？咁亦都唔難睇到嘅咧，係咪呢一個啊 ？So the axis of symmetry is x equals -2, and then the y-intercept is -1. Can you see this? 好，我哋如果 axis of symmetry 嘅話咧，就要用 AHK form 嚟到揾嘅。而 y-intercept 咧就係喺 ABC form 嚟到揾嘅。咁我哋而家有呢一個咧就係 ABC form 嚟嘅。咁我哋就先揾翻個 y-intercept 出嚟先，咁樣樣。即係話咧，又係嗰啲啦，即係又係嗰啲嘢啦，係嘛？即係我哋自己揾一次個 y-intercept，然之後就 put 我哋自己揾到出嚟嗰個 y-intercept 咧等於-1，咁就為之列咗條式出嚟㗎啦，係嘛 ？Okay, so part A, to find y-intercept, we always put x equals 0. Okay, and then when you put x equals 0, y is equal to -0 square plus m times 0 plus n. Okay, and that is good because y is directly equal to n. Okay, so our y-intercept is equal to n, but the question tells us that the y-intercept is equal to -1. Therefore, we may put our y-intercept to be equal to -1. So we can just find the value of n directly. OK， 唔使用一式二式嗰啲係咪？得唔得？好，咁我哋咧揾到一個之後咧，通常我自己都會寫翻一次先嘅，即係揾到啲咩就寫翻啲咩出嚟先。y so now we have just one more unknown. I mean, just only one unknown is left in the equation. Okay, and then how to find the value of m? We still need to find the axis of symmetry, okay? Which means that we need to do the method of completing square. So take out the -1, that is the A. Like this, okay? And then -1, so write this as x squared minus 2xy. And the y will be m over 2 this time. right? And then minus 1 outside, and add an extra term, x squared minus 2x y plus y squared, and then subtract y squared minus 1. Okay, and then this will be the first free term will form a perfect square. So x minus y bracket square, and then minus m squared over 4 minus 1. And this is negative 1. Multiply the negative 1 back to the square bracket, x minus m over 2 squared plus m squared over 4 minus 1. Okay, so now the k value will be m squared over 4 minus 1, and the h value will be m over 2. Can you get this? Okay, but what we have about from the question is the axis of symmetry is x equals negative 2. So the axis of symmetry, I mean the formula for axis of symmetry is x equals h, which means that our h value should be equal to negative 2. Okay, so now we can put, therefore, we can put our h value, m over 2, to be the given number, that is negative 2. And that is how we can find the value of m. Okay, so that is the answers for part A. N is equal to negative 1 and m is equal to negative 4. It's okay. And part B, we need to find the maximum value of the function. And when we have found the value of m, I write one more time. Okay, write one more time about the function without any unknowns. Y equals negative x squared minus 4x minus 1, right? Because m is equal to negative 4. Okay, but the question asks us to find the maximum value. So we need to change from the ABC form to the AHK form. But we have already changed this, okay, in part A. So actually we do not need to do it one more time again. And the maximum value of the function will be the k value, And we have already found the k value in terms of m. And also, we have already found the value of m. So we just need to substitute the value of m back into our k value expression. And then we can find the k value. And that will be the maximum value of the function. Okay, so the maximum value is equal to putting m equals negative 4 back to the k value. So that will be negative 4 squared over 4 and minus 1. Okay, so that should be equal to 4 minus 1, that is 3. Is that okay? And that is the answer for part B. This is part B. Yes. Thumbs up. This one is not very difficult. Okay. Can you follow? 有冇唔得嘅？唔得嘅舉手啊！ Okay, the last one, question number 32. Uh, 2, 5 and negative 1, 11 are 2 points on the graph of the quadratic function y equals ax squared plus bx plus 1. Again, there is a quadratic function with 2 unknowns, okay, a and b. So you need to find the values of 2 unknowns, okay? And there are 2 points on the graph. Again, 又係共通嗰樣嘢係嘛？如果有一點係喺個 graph 上面嘅話咧， 我哋就可以 put 嗰點嘅坐標落去個 graph 嘅 equation 嗰度。OK， 好啦，今次都係一樣，我有兩點添，係嘛 ？First, put 2, 5 into the equation. Okay, and we will get a. We'll get 5 is equal to a2 squared plus b2 plus 1. Okay, and when you simplify the equation, you'll get 4 equals 4a plus 2b. 嗱呢度咧，我都好似講過㗎啦。你哋即係 sensitive 啲對啲 common factor，我哋每一個 step 都希望清咗啲 common factor 先。如果你呢度咧係條 equation 嚟嘅。有 left hand side、right hand side 嘅時候咧，我哋就可以約走common factor。但係如果佢唔係一條等式嘅話咧，你記住你只可以抽出個 common factor， 唔係可以約走個 common factor。OK， 但今次咧係條 equation 嚟嘅，我哋可以約走 common factor。We can cancel the common factor if it is an equation. The common factor is 2, so I can just divide every term by 2. Okay, and I'm going to write the AB term on the left hand side. So 2a plus 1b is equal to 2. And then I label this to be equation 1. Follow? And then for the second information, we'll put -1 and 11 into the equation. Okay, so we will get 11 is equal to a times -1 square plus b times -1 plus 1. Okay, and 11 is equal to a minus b plus 1, and plus 1 should be subtracted to the left hand side. So a minus b is equal to 10, and I label this to be equation 2. Okay, and now from equation 1, equation 2, I'm going to do the method of elimination. Can you see that the b term is 1 is plus 1b, and the second is minus 1b. So when we add the two equations together, then we will cancel out the unknown b. Okay, and then when you have cancelled out one of the unknown, then you can calculate the second unknown. So we do this. Equation 1 plus equation 2. Then we have 2a plus a. The a terms will be 3a. And then b term will be b minus b cancelled. And then we have 2 plus 10. That is 12. And then we can calculate the value of a to be 4, like this. Okay. When we have the value of a, you just substitute a equals 4 into either equation 1 or equation 2. Okay, so it's 4 plus b is equal to 2, and then 8 plus b is 2, so b is equal to -6. That is how we can find the value of a and b. It's okay. So now we have found the value of a and b to be 4 and -6. I just write down the complete information of the function here. Okay, so y is equal to ax squared plus bx, that is 4x squared minus 6x plus 1. Okay, and then the question asks you to, can I do this? All right. So we need to use the method of completing square to change the function from the ABC form to the AHK form. Okay. So y is equal to 4x squared minus 6x plus 1, and then take out the 4x squared minus, that is 6 over 4, okay, or 3 over 2x plus 1, okay, and then we will write x squared minus 2x times y. This time should be 3 over 4, okay, plus 1, and 4 times, that's right, times x squared minus 2x y plus y squared, and then subtract away immediately, okay. Finally, the first three terms will form a perfect square. X minus y squared minus 9 over 16 plus 1, okay, and multiply the 4 back to the square bracket and calculate the constant terms like this, and that will be the AHK form. So the k value will be negative 5 over 4, and the h value will be 3 over 4, okay. And the question asks you to find the maximum or minimum value of y and the corresponding value of x, okay. Because a is equal to 4, which is a positive number, so the graph opens upwards, and we will have a minimum point only. So the minimum value is equal to the k value, that is 5 over 4. And the corresponding value of x will be the h value, that is 3 over 4. It's okay. So that is the answer of part B. And then part C, write down the coordinates of the vertex and the equation of the axis of symmetry. So that's very easy because we already have all the necessary information on our hands. Okay， 即係有 H 有 K 嘅話咧，其實佢問你啲咩咧，都係喺個 H 同埋 K 嗰度砌翻出嚟嘅啫。So the vertex will be HK, that is 3 over 4, and negative 5 over 4. The coordinates of the vertex is like this, and then the axis of symmetry will be just x equals h, that is 3 over 4. This case, it's okay. 好，就係咁啦。咁全部咧 write down 嘅話咧，即係其實冇 step 嘅，即係話 suppose 咧你喺 B part 裏邊咧，其實已經係做晒所有 steps 噶啦，得唔得 ？Okay, do you have any problems for today's lesson? If no, let me see. Tomorrow is Friday, and I'm not going to have the quiz tomorrow, and I would like to continue to teach the remaining part of chapter 5. Okay, it is still about the quadratic function. We still have some question types. Okay, some different question types to go through. 嗱，基本上咧，第5課要學嘅嘢咧，就係喺晒度噶啦，就係呢個 AHK form。OK， 即係總之揾到 H 揾到 K 嘅話咧，基本上就係可以做到晒第5課嘅所有嘢嘅。OK， 咁但係即係有啲題型會點樣問你，我哋會點樣用呢啲 H 同埋 K 嘅 values 咧？咁我哋聽日咧會講埋佢嘅。OK， so if there is no more problem, then that is the end of this lesson, and you may leave now. Goodbye.